I like that. I feel like smoke and shit's supposed to pop up right now. As we arise out the ground. Yeah, bitches, we back. It's Monday. It's a real live show. It ain't a rerun.
Why are you yelling?
It's too excited. It's fired up.
I got shit to talk about.
Ain't got shit like I got shit.
No, I got shit to talk about.
Your shit ain't better than my shit.
Yeah, it is.
We gonna see.
You go back. Anyway, it's the all-new rollout show right here at Morris Media Studios Live. On your internet dial at speedyandfriends.net. That's speedyandfriends.net. It is the funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet in your life.
Gotta meet more people.
Speed Doggy Dog.
I'm glad you think so, Speedy.
Turn your mic up.
You need to meet more people.
I will not.
Be in the mirror. You the funniest nigga you know.
Hey, and then I put a mirror behind me. You too. Who else in the building?
Poetess.
Hey.
Nikki Pam.
Kente from the Yay.
No headband.
No
headband today.
Silky.
What the fuck?
Silky.
And that's her hair, ladies.
Yes.
Let me see.
Stop
Ain't even, oh shit! Ain't even no bumps back
No, I feel a Crown Royal.
I'm trying to keep these dang
It's
headphones
silky.
up. Yes, very much so.
What'd you iron it with? Iron?
I did used to do that back in the day.
You used to iron your hair?
You take
Me too.
paper, you put your
Yeah.
hair on the thing, you put paper over it, then
That
you
was
put
before
the iron.
flat irons.
Yep.
How was that before flat iron? Was that 62?
Was y'all niggas at the Last Supper? How old are you motherfuckers?
Look at this nigga.
Exactly.
Ironing with an iron.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
You gotta stay on that mic. You can't hear shit you say.
Okay.
I know your titties anyway, but you know.
They are.
Let them be. Let them be.
And she got her 300s on today.
Yes,
we
I
gotta
did.
get a picture of these and post it on the page.
Nah, you will not.
She got her
You will not.
Spartas. The motherfuckers go past the calves.
Yes, they do.
High tops.
She got the knee highs on.
High top.
I have to remember to keep my
300s.
legs closed because of Speedy.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Jeez.
I know he's in the kitchen. He said, "Poetess, watch this. You just gonna leave your legs open like
Yeah,
that?"
she was sitting like the one of the homies with a skirt on. I was like,
I'm used
what's
to
up?
doing
And you
that.
know, dudes, I'm gonna get a good look and then tell you, go, okay, I seen enough of the pussy. Hey, go and close your legs. Your spot is showing.
But
Yo, 300.
your
is
300 is showing.
So what did you do this weekend, Speed Doggy
What?
Dog?
So I had to go to Phoenix. Shout out to Phoenix, Arizona, who came out, Stand Up Live Comedy Club downtown. Go support that club. It's a lot of brothers and work there. Hot shit. So we're gonna be going there. So I'll tell you that later. So on the way to the show. So the flight is an hour.
The fleet?
The fight.
The
fleet.
The flight is
I don't
out.
know
So
what it
guess who gets on the plane with me leaving from Burbank?
Magic Johnson.
Hilarious.
That was random.
I know. I just tried to reach one.
JoJo.
JoJo from who?
JoJo from Jodeci.
Oh,
Jodeci.
hilarious.
Oh, damn.
JoJo from Jodeci get on the plane. All right, now, anybody know to the show. So the flight is an hour.
This nigga.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Every week.
Every week I do the same thing.
Fucking replay.
don't
So everybody know this is the little plane. This is the little skinny one. It's like the plane is low.
Oh.
Like you can only take like
The little skinny one,
You know,
like a
not-
Cessna or
Yeah.
something.
no, not like
No,
that.
not-
But it's
not
just
the- not
skinny.
the good
It's
skinny.
The tubular.
Hey.
It's like a tube.
Tubular.
Yeah.
So 2 seats, like.
Yeah, it's 2 seats, one seat,
seat,
two
and
seats,
that's
one seat, like that all in the whole plane. So and it has one bathroom. Keep that in mind. One bathroom.
Uh-oh.
So
45-minute
JoJo,
flight.
we take off. So JoJo go to the bathroom.
Oh no!
So
I don't think I want to hear the rest of
we
this.
land. So 45 minutes later, we land.
He come out the back?
No, he's still in the bathroom.
What?
But they cannot taxi to the thing until whoever's in the bathroom come out. So we're just sitting on the runway. We're sitting on the runway. Nobody knows why. It's like, why are we fucking sitting on the runway?
Don't tell me this.
And my man finally go, whoever in the bathroom, you have to come out because we can't taxi to the gate unless you're out of the bathroom.
And he said, ooh, yeah.
So JoJo's still in the fucking bathroom. So we sit there like another 10, 15 minutes. And then they just said, fuck it. They park. Soon as they pull in and park,
Police come.
JoJo come out the bathroom like, hey, everybody looking at him like, he said, hey, man, I had to use the bathroom. So as we're walking off the plane, he walks back to go to it because he had to go get his bags and shit. I said, this got to be, and you know, white folks don't know who he is. They just know it's a nigga that been in the bathroom.
And they looking at you, looking at him like, can you get your cousin?
And he says this to me like we are bonding. So he walks past me and go, hey, man, I had to use the bathroom. Shit, I don't care. I was like, and nigga smell like it smelled like zoo dirt.
It smelled like shit from his 1992 debut album.
Did you say zoo dirt? Zoo dirt.
I have never.
This shot fire on it.
Because I'm like, because we was just sitting there, I'm like, who the fuck? Now I forgot he went to the bathroom.
Right.
I don't know it's him. And then they finally go, whoever in the bathroom, you got to come out. We can't taxi.
He come out with the Sunday paper.
He came out.
I need to talk.
Yeah, how y'all do? Don't go in there. I was like, JoJo, really, nigga? And he go on a bond with me and made it look like I know him. So white people looking at him like, gee whiz.
Did you invite him to the show?
Hell no.
Cards. You had your cards.
I just looked at him like, really, nigga? That's why it had to be you. And then as soon as he walked past, he was coming to me. He said, "Hey man, I had to go to the bathroom."
You was only 2 black people on the plane too.
No, that's why I don't know why he spoke to me.
You made eye contact. You can't make eye contact with a crackhead.
But this nigga literally come. As soon as we taxi in the door come up, he opened the bathroom like, what? Nigga, you had us waiting. Niggas are trying to get off this tubular plane.
I can't.
That's
anyway.
nasty.
So that's what happened. And shout out to if you live in Phoenix, go to Phoenix. Go to the Stand Up Live Comedy Club. It is off the chain. We have 4 sold out shows. Me and Ricky and a young man Clayton. Forgot his name. Clayton, a comedian, very funny comedian. He opened. So this is how Rick do it, which was cool as fuck. I have a problem with it. So the first show, Rick headlined it, and I middled. So all the other shows, I headlined, which I didn't care. I had a great time.
Right.
And Ricky hosted. And he destroyed. I had did you guys watch my Periscope?
Yeah, well, one of them didn't come out, but yeah.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi wasn't working when you.
But Rick, and shout out to Ricky Smiley, because there's very few comedians when there are other funny comics on the show, they don't give you a chance to shine. They be like, "Hey, nigga, do 10."
Yeah, yeah. Give him the lighted 3.
Yeah. You don't even know he did that. So we destroyed, peeled the paint off the fucking wall. So the owner wants us to come back. So we're gonna come back. He wants me to come back.
All right.
And shout out to all the fans who came out to the show. I sold out of shirts and hoodies in fucking Phoenix.
Damn.
Hoodies at that.
Hoodies.
And
Niggas said, "What? Give me that shit."
120, I'm sure.
Nigga, I was selling them at top dollar. Top dollar. Wouldn't give it no discount. They was buying. And a lot of fans, and I'm trying to remember all the names, came up and said
Dante,
they love the show.
Dante Jackson.
Yeah, shout out to Dante. They love the show, and they get very upset when we don't do the show.
Okay.
Poet it so you'll
Well,
understand.
make a donation.
Exactly. Tell him. Put some money on these books, player.
Exactly. Put some coins in the can, player. If you like the show and love the show, support us.
So we're definitely gonna go back to
yeah.
Phoenix, man.
Are you gonna cut me off while I'm trying to get us some money?
Clearly, he ain't got no fundraising etiquette.
Right. Go to contact at Morris Media Studios on PayPal. Carry on.
And so that was my hot as hell though.
I'm sure he gave you an earful.
Who? Yeah, he told me a lot of things, a lot of interesting things, and we'll
Like
talk
we
about
said,
that
it's
off air.
always
We'll talk
two
about that.
sides and the truth.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah,
Always.
there's their side, there's that side, and right in the middle is the truth.
I'm gonna go with the one who still has a show side.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I
Only
feel
smart
like
people
Shots
do that.
fired.
Only smart
I'm just
people
saying,
do
I'm
that.
just saying.
Just saying.
But it was a great fucking weekend. I had a great. I destroyed. I had to look at, because mother was like, "Nigga, are you
Fuck what everybody else did.
Yeah.
You destroyed.
I looked at me and said, "Nigga, who are you in the mirror?" And I looked behind me and said, "Who this nigga behind me? He doing good too."
Kiss your reflection.
Yeah.
Oh, this nigga's great.
It was some great shows.
But how did the other comedians
They was
do?
aight.
They were good. No,
They were good. I
Ricky
destroyed.
destroyed. Ricky.
What is 3, you guys? Or
Yeah, it was just 3.
Okay,
But the thing about Ricky destroying was perfect, because that'll let you know if you got it, because he destroyed so hard on the second show Friday to where people were looking at me like,
you gonna go next?
Yeah.
and they kept going, you are next. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Trust me. I went behind Jamie Foxx. Nigga,
Right.
you can't.
Right.
I didn't been to the valley, so I know. So as soon as he did his shit, stretched that out a little bit more, did the church. He does all. That motherfucker funny, man.
Yeah.
I heard you laughing in your Periscope too.
Yeah,
know you don't usually laugh.
I don't laugh at other comedians.
You
that
don't.
nigga was funny as fuck. And so when he came off, man, it was like people, they gave me the little bullshit clap. All right, we don't know this nigga. Is Ricky coming back? Shit, man. And I destroyed peeled the paint off that motherfucker.
How many times? One more time. You destroyed.
I
Can we get this one more time? Just
Okay,
one more
I'll do it for
time.
you this way. You ready? The funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet.
I heard he peeled the paint off of this shit. That's what I heard.
I heard he destroyed.
Anyway, it was a great show. And again, shout out to definitely hit that club up, man. If you live in Phoenix, we're going to come back. I'm going to come back.
I like Phoenix.
Yeah.
I'll bring.
It's hot.
Trying to get down
Watch
there.
this. I'm going to bring some comedians.
This nigga.
No, Kente, I got you. So
Alleged
me, you, and
comedians.
the white boy.
And the white boy.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll
For
love our team.
That'll be a good show.
Yeah, and that'll be a nice little because there's white folks in the audience. They actually
yeah.
come out, and it was so weird. There's white people there, and they having a great fucking time.
Always.
So I do my music bed, and I do the black music, and I said, look here, white folks, I got y'all. You didn't get a chance to get in on your song. We played Journey, and them motherfuckers lost. They
I told you to play Journey last week.
Hey. I told you
When the lights go down in the
I'm
city.
gonna give you a new name. We're gonna start calling you the Interrupter. Show your love for Interrupter. I love
You
it.
killed this weekend, Speedy. I swear you killed this weekend.
Peeled the paint off
Funny,
that.
I like that.
You
Funny.
killed the
And I
paint
made
on.
breakfast this morning, nigga.
It was really good. We argued the whole time at the store.
Cause who cooks in butter?
I do.
Eggs are cooked.
No,
Yes.
you
not
cook in
breakfast
butter.
Eggs, yes.
You guys gonna die.
Yes, even the Southern lady said, "Yeah, I use
And
butter."
you saw what that bitch look like? She just had a walker.
She did.
Bitch had the whole tube in her nose.
Ask her arteries what they think.
You don't cook with butter. You know
My
I cook
grandmother
with
did it. She
coconut
lived in
oil.
98.
Yep,
You
that's
cook
best.
with coconut oil.
Yeah.
And it's-
I used to do olive oil, and then I heard that once it get heated,
Yeah, separates.
yeah. Anyway, so it ain't no good. Coconut oil. And did you taste coconut?
No, I didn't.
Thank
it
you.
was good. I ain't gonna lie.
Butter
I
back.
didn't want it to be good.
That's why your hair's
didn't want
silky
it to
because it
be
got butter in it. Who cooks with butter?
I do.
I do too.
You're not supposed to cook
They
with
said
butter.
butter's not bad for
But
you
I see
anymore.
that you got the coconut oil.
It's very good for you.
Yeah.
And good for your
I mean,
skin.
Yeah.
Good for your insides.
It's like
Okay.
Vicks. Put a little bit on
Like
your tongue.
spermicide.
Yeah, your eggs and
Yeah,
it was a what do you call that?
a
Speedy?
scramble. Oh, sorry.
Damn.
Somebody
Damn.
said a spread.
No, I need some coffee for that. And usually niggas in jail like dark shit. They don't want no cream, nigga. How you want your coffee? Black. Midnight Star.
Grounds.
Yeah, pretty much. What'd you do this
coffee?
weekend, bro?
Nigga.
All right, moving on. Look here.
Yeah. Hold on. I need my own segment. Went to
I
the
know
bank.
Speedy done took
Yeah,
up.
yeah, all the goddamn time
Right.
talking about JoJo shitting.
Right.
Nigga,
Hey.
I met the motherfucking president
I
of
hope
the
he
United
was
States of America.
You met
Was
who?
you?
Yes. I
What?
shook Obama's hand.
No, you didn't.
No,
Nigga.
you
You
can't get that
didn't.
close.
My mama.
You can't get that
And my
close.
daughter.
You can't
How'd
get
you
that
get
close.
in
Yes,
there?
nigga. I didn't think I could because my identity got stolen. My sister hooked up the tickets and she was like, "Give me your information."
You had 1,000-man march.
No, and he came up to the Bay.
He
Him
was-
and Kanye.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. In
Oh,
San
who's the
Francisco.
president?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you met him when he was here in at
He
Palisades.
came down here afterwards, but he was up there
Oh,
in San
before.
Francisco.
Oh, so that's where
Saturday
you met
morning.
him in the city.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And nigga, when I tell you, shake his hand for 5 seconds, you feel like you could take over the world.
Feel like you
Really?
can.
He was
You
like, "Hey,
fainted
Kente,
like a
what's
girl.
Yeah, did you say, my name's Kente?
Hey, like, it's Kente Scott. And my sister's like, that's my brother. He's like, hey, brother Kente. I was like, nigga, that's my brother Obama. Voting for you next week. I don't give a shit.
God.
So where were you at?
You got to go like, you got to go through, got to have a band, and then you go through the Secret Service. And of course, it's a white dude behind me. White dude's got this white privilege. The dude, the volunteer says, you can't get in there without a band. He's like, oh, yeah, I know. I have a ticket, though. I'm sure I got a band somewhere. It's like, Secret Service not going to let you in there. So this dude, we walk down. Secret Service, he gets right behind me. And he right behind me. I'm like, that's white boy.
Fucking your shit up.
Yeah. So he like, he looks at me, and I'm like, band.
You showed your band
Yeah.
when you got out the car.
Hell yeah. And he was like, sir, you can't get in without a band. He said, oh, I thought I had one. Where did I get one? He's like, I don't know, but you can't get past me without a band. Secret Service, cool as shit.
Yeah.
Never gets upset, never raises their voice. He's like, well, I'm supposed to have one because I have a ticket. I'm supposed to be able to take a picture. He's like, you know what? Why don't you stay right here with me for a minute, and we'll see if we can find somebody to get you a band. That white boy said, no, I think I'm going to go up to the counter and see if they got my ticket. I'm going to go. So you go through this little maze, and he's like in the back. It's like behind the step and repeat.
Are you still watching it?
How many
Oh,
people
no, the
would
white
you say
boy
was
gone.
there?
Oh, okay.
Oh, in the event?
Like, yeah, trying to, get
Oh, it's a bunch of them.
Like 100
yeah, a
to
couple
200?
hundred. Because a
Okay.
couple hundred people could get to go meet him. You got to get vetted and all that stuff. And so I go down there, and you come around the corner, and the president just standing there smiling. Nigga, the president 5 feet
How tall is he?
Nigga, was your whole inside jump?
Yeah, yeah, I was
6'1",
like-
6'2".
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna say some cool shit. I'm like, I'm an actor comedian. You ever need somebody to write for you? Holla at your boy. I got to translate. It's very nice to meet you.
Oh, little soft soap.
Yeah, he's like, don't take this picture. I know I'm smiling way too hard because they got to send you the picture.
Did you get a picture?
Yeah, they take a picture.
Fuck you.
Nigga, I'm winning. Then on the way out, because my daughter is trying to play it cool. She's like, yeah, that's the president. Then we come around the corner. Kanye West is right there, just standing.
Oh wow.
Nigga, my daughter loses her damn mind.
Yeah.
Oh my God. She's a Kanye West fan.
That reflects
From
your.
No, she loves
That
Kanye. You gotta let her
reflects your
Parenting,
raising.
whatever,
Yes.
parenting.
Whatever.
Skills.
So he comes, she shakes his hand, I shake Nick. I was like, what's up? He's like, hey, who's that? And so she comes back, runs back down the stairs, like, can I take a picture with you? So I like, let me get this picture. And he says, I like your jacket.
To you?
To my daughter.
No, he said to you.
No, nigga.
He
I
said
didn't
to
have
you.
a jacket. Shut up.
Just say it. He said to you.
Shut up.
It's okay, man.
Nigga, she was like, and then she said the corniest shit ever. I thought of you when I bought it. I was like, what? No, you didn't. She's like, I did, Daddy, I did. She took the picture.
Again, I'm going to go with poetess. Your parenting
Who raised
skills.
you?
Yeah, who raised you?
My daughter starts crying. Like, I met Kanye. I was like, nigga, you just met
Wow,
the
and she
president.
cried?
So here's the shit.
She been a Kanye fan since she was like 5. I was like,
Poet,
why? I've
They
been trying
both
to bring
crying.
that-
They was both crying.
Right,
She was crying over Kanye. He was
I was
crying over president.
I was like, she was like, I met Kanye. I was like, fuck Kanye. I met the president.
Damn, the closest I got was at the inauguration, and I was on the side where the radio people were.
Yeah.
And I could see him really good. And then nigga Fox and them got jammed.
Yeah.
Of course.
But I told
The
myself, like,
A-listers.
I gotta take a picture with him, man.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I know you can't wait to
I can't
get
wait
that
to get that
motherfucker.
picture. I'm blowing it up. It's going to be a poster. I'm going to put it right up on Crenshaw. It's going to be a billboard.
Absolutely. I would
If you
too.
think of how many hands you think he shaked in his lifetime?
I know. And I was thinking, I was like, he
Like-
probably got hand sanitizer in the back. Like,
No, because you don't want to do that because that makes it even worse because because germs,
it strips.
yeah. So he probably does it, but he shouldn't do it every time.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, he probably do it afterwards.
But I know some people
Yeah.
that do that. Like as soon as they shake
You
somebody's
need
hand,
to do the fist bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, you can't fist bump
Oh,
the president.
and then we in the back.
He fist bumped
Yeah, but
the
that-
first lady.
that
Yeah.
can't be your get down when people in
No,
line.
you got to shake
That's
his hand.
my
They
get
paying
down.
good money. They paying good money to shake his hand.
Nigga.
Then we downstairs. I forgot.
Oh, you said they paid good money.
Yeah, they pay good money.
How did you get in, first of all?
My sister hooked up.
Oh,
You know they're
Bujetta?
rich.
Call it what you want to, nigga. Bujetta got me to meet the president, so fuck y'all flatland niggas.
Sister's a little bougie.
I give a
Bougie.
fuck. Bougie got me to meet Obama. So I will be with Bougie all day.
For your sister,
Shit. I'm riding with Bougie all day. Obama with Bougie, I'm with Bougie.
Okay.
Nigga, so we downstairs, and nigga, the lights go out. Nigga, just pitch black.
With the president?
Yes.
Oh,
fuck
Nigga, all you hear is Secret Service move shit. 2 little white kids and hit the fucking light switch.
Did they choke the shit out of him? Probably go Jonathan.
They parents grabbed. yeah.
Probably my stepson.
The girl's parents grabbed him by, what the hell are you doing? All the Secret Service are just looking at him like this. He's like, I'm sorry, I got this. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Nigga, hey, my
Here's
daughter,
the thing. Did the president jump? Did he move?
oh no, this was before you saw the president.
Oh, okay.
So everything froze except for the Secret Service. The lights came back on, niggas was like, hands in pockets. I
Oh,
was
really?
like, they finna kill somebody.
Whose kids was?
Little white kids all up against the wall playing with switches.
I choked the shit out the motherfucker.
Yeah, you know they was in
If I was Secret Service, I'd have been, who's right? When the lights came back on, I've been right here. Oh, my bad.
on the jugular. Just shake them up.
Yeah, they be all right.
Shake them up. They be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you Trump, because
Nigga.
JoJo in the bathroom,
Nigga, the president.
we can't park the plane. We
I
can't
give
get
a
off
fuck
the plane.
about your
We
shitting
can't get
ass.
off the plane.
I give a fuck about a shitting ass crackhead. I met the president.
Did you call him a crack?
I did. To his face, I will say it.
I
Ooh,
doubt
yeah.
He'll
it.
probably be in the bathroom. but-
I know he'll be in the bathroom. Ain't nobody scared of JoJo. That nigga 96 pounds.
And you're 90.
I'm 170. I can beat JoJo. I give a fuck.
You a
Shit.
$170?
Yeah.
I was a $170 in high school.
God, that was a long
Ain't that a
time
bitch?
ago.
Watch your
You
tongue.
ain't seen
He was a
170.
$170 at birth.
Oh my
No?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Only $1.50.
And how was the flag football game?
Yeah, Reseda Raiders. Did they? Put
Did
that?
you go to the
Did you?
game?
Hold up.
I had stuff to
No. You supposed to break up with that nigga.
She
this
had
weekend.
stuff to do.
You was supposed to break up with that nigga this weekend.
Did he get you
Per
some?
you.
Did you get some?
No.
Oh!
No, I did not. But I had stuff. I had
Yeah, come up with
family
excuse.
issues. And
Yeah,
So,
well.
Pam, may I ask,
Uh huh.
how long has it been between you two?
2
Probably
months.
2 months.
Since the 4 hour.
But why?
Yes, it's a 4 hour. Well, first, like I said, he pulled the
Shingles?
groin, and I had the shingles for the 2 weeks, and then
Nigga, you been off the shingles for like 3 weeks.
But I just like
One
this weekend
shingle
was a busy weekend for both of us.
I'm not feeling very good about this.
Hey,
at
we
all.
told you to dump the nigga on Friday.
I know you.
She
told
can't do it.
Why?
I had to call and apologize. I thought we was a little hard on her.
me. He did call me.
But
He
she
said,
can't-
Pam, I love you, and then he gave me all the tea. But I was like, okay.
Yeah, because I felt we were hard, and I knew because when you hit somebody that hard, she wasn't going to leave him. She not going to leave. She not going to leave, dude. Just act like she not here. Watch this. She not going to leave him. She going to be with this motherfucker.
For what?
Till he go, I don't want to be with you. And then she going to go, why? We can work it out.
When his birthday?
I'll pay your rent.
When his birthday?
This
I'll
month.
buy your car.
You gonna buy? You gonna get him something for his birthday?
I will
You know, I
fuck
didn't
you
even
up.
think about that.
I will. You bet not. Don't
I
buy
didn't
him
even
nothing.
really-
No, you
I
bet not.
probably won't.
No, don't do that.
You probably won't. That means you will. I probably won't,
Yeah,
but
right.
I
They gonna
did.
get a whole box of brand new motherfucking Jordans.
Shit. And Call of Duty, new controller for the Xbox.
Damn, I hate Pam. And you get no dick. So you dickless in Seattle.
Yes, I am. It's really sad.
So,
sorry.
but you got you got that drawer though.
Oh yeah. It's so funny.
So which one did you use last night?
I didn't use
Damn,
one last
baby.
night, but I went to this party for my family, and it was like a bingo thing, but the proceeds went to cancer, and they had ratchet gifts. Guess what I got?
Bunny?
A rabbit.
Yes, a dildo. I was like, and nobody wanted it, so I was like,
Like,
Was it used?
no, it was in a box or whatever. So
She probably
you know.
didn't care. She had a motherfucking. It was red to go. Yeah, give me this better.
But wait, we gotta go. Fuck my weekend.
No, we finna get to your weekend.
Oh,
Because she was just telling us how she got a free dildo.
She got a
Yeah, I'm saying,
dildo and
It was
no.
that-
How many do you have? How many do you need?
You know what? I don't. Apparently a lot.
I mean, do you just reach in with your eyes closed and go this one?
You know what?
No.
It's a mood that strikes, pretty much.
So which one gets the most?
Play.
The bullet gets the most because it's the most convenient and small and,
And
it's
it get
very
right to it.
powerful. Yeah, very, very powerful.
Very
And then there
powerful.
was this other thing that I got from Dennis. It's like a purple thing along with a ball on it.
Oh yeah, I got.
Oh,
Wait,
so you did come back with something.
You got one too?
No, I don't have it. It's just in my house.
Yeah, but I got that one for Dennis. That's my
It's in
second
that
favorite.
drawer that the
Still in
women
the
have.
still in the packaging.
No,
Oh.
motherfucker's been washed a couple of times.
I thought he
wow.
said, remember he said he doesn't do.
No, I ain't say I don't do that shit.
But you said you don't want it in the bedroom. Both
No, I didn't say I
guys got
didn't
on
want it. I said I just don't understand it. If I'm there, why we got that?
You
because
wasn't there?
It ain't.
She like, go outside and water the grass.
We don't have no grass.
That's all right. Find some grass. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
But you don't do that, P, right? You know.
None of your business.
Ah, yeah.
You know better to be asking me some shit like that. Anyway,
Why do you-
my weekend was cool.
What did you do?
Oh, ass motherfucker.
Friday night, I went to the Legends and Icons Award ceremony.
Nice.
It's a ceremony where, people in the black music industry are honored. And it was very nice. It's always good when you are honored by your own. So there were some industry executives. Big Boy from 92.3 here in L.A. Was honored amongst a lot of other folks. But it was nice. And then they had a follow-up picnic on yesterday.
Oh, we don't call it picnic.
Cookout.
Barbecue,
Yeah, we
cookout.
don't call it picnic. Just pick a nigga.
And that was cool.
Oh.
There was a bunch
Did
of...
you know that? Pam?
I didn't know that, and I forgot about it. Until you said
Yeah,
something.
well, when I hashtagged the event yesterday, I did not put picnic because I
Hashtag pick a nigga.
understand
Pick a
that,
nigga.
right? And so there was some R&B folks there. There was
Wasn't JoJo.
Kashif.
in the back.
Oh, Kashif. That's old school.
Kashif,
You still got the high
Midnight
top hat?
Star.
Hey,
Wow.
Yeah.
It was some old school.
Yeah.
Hey, nigga.
Aren't they?
I'm
That's
sorry.
it
80s,
ain't
right?
that old.
Yeah,
They
it's
act like
80s.
it was 60s.
Nigga, them
or
niggas
something.
was old.
But
when
they
was
made
singing.
very
Hey,
good
They
music.
did.
Sure did.
Their music
Kashif about
their
to have
music
an
is
unsung.
classic.
Midnight Star.
He's about to have an unsung.
Yeah,
Kashif?
his unsung is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Why you act like you 22, nigga?
Hey, nigga, them niggas
Or
was
40.
old when I was. They had 8 tracks. Nigga, if you had an 8 track, you owed to me.
Hey, well, Kashif maybe.
If you had an album on an 8 track,
Not
I don't
Midnight
think
Star,
those
no.
guys were
No,
eight-track.
not Midnight Star.
No, they
Chief
were.
look old on the unsung. Then I don't know how old he really is.
You saw how you
He'll be here
Wednesday.
Wednesday, so I want you to say that.
I
Yes,
will.
I would love
I
for
hope.
you to say that.
What the fuck I said? Shit.
What you gonna call
Kashif
it?
on my
I'm
mind.
at the president's house.
Yeah. Hey, nigga, I'm at the president. You look old as fuck.
Okay. So Kashif,
they gonna scrap now?
Kashif and Kente gonna fight. What they fighting over?
they gonna pull each other's hair.
Oh, you did.
What they fighting over? A dashiki?
No, Kashif is one of the best producers.
Yeah, he was at one time
in R&B. Yeah,
He was,
he was
killing it
huge.
for a minute. Yeah, him and I would go with
not O'Brien, but the Chucky Booker.
Chucky Booker.
Chucky,
Yeah,
oh,
Chucky
yeah,
Booker.
Chucky
yeah.
Booker was.
Chucky
what's
was
the one
killing
from
it.
Chic? Nile Rodgers too.
Yeah, I saw his unsung. Ooh, do you see their unsung?
No, but I did
was
see
good.
Casey and the Sunshine Band, and
I saw that the other day.
I haven't. I had that one saved, so I got to watch
Yeah, I
that one. I
gotta
haven't
watch it
watched
too.
it.
I was the Casey and the Sunshine Band fanatic.
Really?
Were you?
Yes. He was the finest white boy ever.
Huh?
Wait a minute.
Not no more.
Wait a,
Like he was New
Yeah, and
Jersey.
you know what? I have
Yeah.
a funny story
I
about
look like
that.
Joe Piscopo.
Yeah, he does.
So a couple years ago, they were at the House of Blues. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to see Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Got
And
your whole-
I get there, and I see a picture of Casey on the marquee. I was like, shit, I ain't spending my $35.
Yeah.
I didn't go. 'cause
Yeah,
it
you go.
looked-
big.
Because he out of shape. He don't care.
yeah, I was like, I can't. Let me just remember him the way he used to
You are
be.
so
His
shallow.
album cover up in front
know.
of
How
your
you
face.
drive that far and pay for parking and go, I ain't going in there.
Ain't gonna mess up my memories.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah, because he's going
I'm
to be
trying to think
sweating.
who I met that didn't look like
I know who it was.
who.
Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse Johnson. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That shocked me, and
I must say I was
You
so
had sex with Jesse Johnson?
Yeah.
I was so.
Oh my gosh, she said, yeah. Like,
yeah, she threw that in there.
That
It
was
shocked
really
me, and I
funny.
had sex with him. When did it shock you? Before you fucked him or after?
That was the only one that I just was absolutely like, wow, man, this is the bullshit.
but most of these entertainers, when you meet them,
Yeah.
they are really short in person.
Well, the short part I didn't mind.
What, he had fake hair or something?
He had no hair. His hair was gone. He had a little
He
natural.
was-
I told the story. You weren't here.
Speedy was looking forward to that Jerry curl shag. He, was,
And the pants that came up really high. So I thought he was.
he thought he was going to answer the door
Yeah.
in costume.
in with the long jacket
Oh, my
and be
God.
like, dun, dun, listen, and then Jesse, and then some little short motherfucker, little fire hydrant built motherfucker came to the door and said, "What's happening?" I said, "Hey, nigga, where's
So
Jesse?"
you felt like Dorothy when she came to the back door of the Wiz? Like, nigga, wait a minute.
And hear the shit, because he's short, so I'm looking over like, nigga, where's Jesse? And my man's like, "Hey, man, you funny. Thank you, but could you shit, where's Jesse?"
He spat him on his back. Go now, go find Jesse.
Yeah, we'll find Jesse. Fuck. And so I was there with my boy, Pretty Terry, and I said, "Terry, where's Jesse?" He said, "Nigga, he was at the door." I said, "Who?
Let's
The
go.
Oompa?"
He said,
Oompa
Jesse,
came
why
to the
don't
door.
you got to guess. He came back out in full guard. He's like, that's the nigga I'm talking about.
No, he came back out. I said, "That was me." I went, "Hey." You know, I had my phone ready, nigga. I was like, "You ready to go, nigga? We gonna."
That's fucked up.
It's that bullshit. But mostly all the females that I like.
Jill Scott, have you met her yet?
What?
Have you met? Oh, of course
Okay,
he
so,
has.
so I know you cued me, but I got to tell the story. So we're on tour. We go to Philly, and Jill's there. So Jill come meet Fox, and then I'm standing there like a fucking girl.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying. What am I- And then Fox go, "Oh, let me introduce you to my boy who think you the finest motherfucker in the world. This is my boy Speedy." I went, hi, "Hey, I like your music." And she's like, "Oh," and then she's all hugging, and we took a picture, and then she sent me the picture. I had a picture with me and Jill, and then she did the cover Ebony, and she gave me that cover, and they had it framed.
Oh,
Damn.
nice.
And-
Thanks,
and-
Speedy.
Dang.
Got
if Fox
action.
if Fox here going, "Nick, why you didn't ask for the number?" I like,
She is single,
Why you
isn't
couldn't-
she?
yeah.
the single when I met her.
Yeah, you could have hollered.
I couldn't focus.
Froze. Get your Cindy Brady on.
Nigga, I was frozen pond. I was starstruck because she's
Wow.
super fine,
Yeah.
very beautiful. My flavor to the wheels.
She got Tiggos.
Big
Voluptuous
old
than a
bitties,
mug.
big old thighs, lips, and can sing me to sleep, nigga.
And she could.
And she could.
I'm trying to think who I was starstruck for. Oh, Kobe.
Ew.
Kobe
Kobe Bryant.
So he
yes.
wasn't who you thought he was, or
No, I just was just kind of.
Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, because he's great. Come on now.
He cool, but damn.
He's fine. He's one of the best players
Wait,
of all
hold on.
time. And I just was like,
You say Kobe was
P,
fine.
who you starstruck over?
I was definitely Kobe.
I think I'm always starstruck over the underdog that's very talented and they don't get their props most of the time.
Like who?
One was Kindred, the Family Soul. When I saw them, I was like, "Oh my God, I love you!" But I think Dave Chappelle when I met him.
Oh, okay.
You was
Yeah.
like giddy.
A little giddy, and he made some weed jokes. I said, "Oh, you know me."
Oh, you want to date me? Okay, cool.
No, he was mad cool though. Dave was really,
Yeah.
really cool. So I
Yeah,
think those two.
But I did get very giddy when I met
Fox.
Natalie Cole.
No, I'm joking.
Natalie Cole.
Oh.
I said next to
Her
her.
eyes were.
Did you say
beautiful.
and you said Kobe Bryant?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean
But
Kobe is everything to me.
I will say this much: we talked shit about Kobe one night,
Uh-huh.
and we was performing at the Kia, Nokia, and so they said Kobe's on. I don't give a fuck about Kobe, nigga. Me and Fox, nigga, fuck that nigga. LeBron the best player. This nigga ain't shit. Nigga, Kobe walked in. I went, "Hey, Kobe." They be talking about you. Nigga, I was sitting there like, "Hey, Kobe." I was like, "Why are my shoulders in? What the fuck is wrong?"
Are you nigga
And
fan?
then everybody in the room like, "Nigga, you was talking shit." I ain't Kobe. I would never say that. Because when he walked in, that nigga had that presence.
Yeah, it is a
and
presence.
as much shit as I was talking, as soon as he came in, I went, "Hey."
It's true.
That's
It's
gonna
like
be
a
Kente when
grandiose-
Kashif come in.
No, it's not.
It is.
She's not the old school nigga that I'll be like, oh my God, Kashif. No, nigga. I don't even know none of your
Nah,
songs, nigga.
but I was, nigga.
I know,
I
it's
couldn't talk.
something about a
Neither one of us could talk shit about it. And so Kobe gets to talking, and then Fox goes, "So what do you think?" He started naming our players. Kobe like, he don't want to see me. That motherfucker don't want to see me. He was named from the nigga in Miami. All them niggas didn't want to see him. And so then he gets to LeBron. And Fox said, "What about LeBron?" Kobe went, "He nice."
Yeah, you all right.
Oh, really?
He
I
nice.
said, for real?
He
said
nice.
that.
But everybody else, he's like, them niggas don't want to see me.
Okay, so this could be the last time we tell the story because I think you told it on the show at least 5 times.
Do you really want?
Do you really want speed?
Oh, hell
Oh!
Every song, nigga.
It is the all new rollout show. We're gonna take a quick break. Come right back. Again, I'm the funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet.
You killed that shit, Speedy.
You killed the paint off
I
of
mean,
it.
it-
You ain't got no sense no more. I had to
Jerome fired.
No, they back together. Anyway, it's the all new rollout show right here at Morris Media Studios. It's your boy Speed Doggy Dog, the funniest motherfucker you ever gonna meet.
You killed that shit, Speedy.
Killed the paint off
Son.
of it.
Straight, son.
I'm the poetess.
Nikki Pam in the house.
Kente from the Yay. I met the president.
In the building right now. Pink, go do your thing. Do what you do.
Because you don't know. In the building with us is former homicide detective Greg Kading. He was actually on the murder case for the notorious B.I.G. We had R.J. Bond on a couple weeks ago, and I think Mr. Kading got wind of that and hit us up and wanted to kind of respond to some of the things that that R.J. had to say. So let's welcome Greg Kading to the show. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You have your
Real
claps.
claps, real claps, real claps.
Real
Hold on.
claps, real
put,
claps.
Put the real. We got some other claps. In.
I got to coordinate y'all cool.
There you go.
Now, Greg, I just want to let you know when you called us, you scared the shit out. You can't call
Yeah.
black people and go, "Hey, how you guys doing?"
This is detective.
And I did like, I said, hang it up. I ain't did shit wrong. Hang it up. We'll figure out shit later. So at first we like, what we do? Kente.
I wasn't even here.
Oh, I thought you did.
Yeah, as soon as I played the message back to Speedy, he got pretty nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous.
You know, he got outstanding things. Those are, yeah.
Once.
Allegedly.
A song called "Outstanding." motherfucker.
How you doing?
Yes, man. So tell us about the book, man. He gave us a book, and
Yes,
definitely
nice.
gonna read this.
Yeah, this is a book I wrote back in, published back in 2011, so it's 4 years old now. It basically outlines and details the investigations of Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls that I was involved in during the last part of my career with the LAPD. So after I retired, since the public had been given so much misinformation about the murders and what had actually taken place, I felt the responsibility to at least, educate them on what we had discovered during our investigation.
Wow.
And what was discovered like that was different than what the public was told?
Well, the original theory behind Tupac's murder, that it was some Southside Crips,
Yeah.
that's the accurate explanation for that murder.
Okay.
There's some other related type of events that go along with that, but that common sense conclusion that it was the Crips and they responded to a beatdown of one of their own at the MGM just prior to Tupac's shooting. That was what precipitated the murder itself.
Okay.
And so the streets kind of always knew that that was the most likely explanation. But then once a bunch of conspiracy theories started to, to spawn and to...
Because most people assume, and I guess I would have to be that as well, is that it had that, that Tupac and the Biggie were all connected
Were
in
they?
a sense.
They certainly were, and that was always our sense too. We figured, the time frame and the type of people, the gang members that were associated with these crews, that there was likely going to be some connection between the two, and we discovered that that was in fact the case.
Okay, so now we had, as I mentioned, we had R.J. Bond on the show. What are the differences between both of your theories? And wasn't Detective Poole on the case as well, or did you guys work together on the case?
Yeah, Detective Poole preceded me. He was on the case for about a year, just after Biggie was murdered. He left, I think, in 1998 or 1999 from the police department. He was on the case for about a year, and he had developed somewhat of a theory on his own. But the theory that he was working with was meeting a lot of resistance at the LAPD. He was running with this theory that there was some rogue cops involved with death row record security, and that they were the ones who were solicited by Suge Knight.
But isn't that true?
Absolutely not. As far as the security, or as far as them being involved in the murder?
Being involved with that whole death row camp.
Absolutely not. There were cops that were working off duty for Death Row Records. For Reggie Wright Jr., he was the head of security at Death Row. He did have cops that were moonlighting from Inglewood, from Compton, a couple guys from LAPD. So there were cops associated with that security. But as far as their involvement in the murder of Biggie Smalls, completely refuted. There's absolutely no evidence to support it. The only thing that Russell Poole had right was that there was a Suge Knight connection. But the person that was actually used to do the shooting was a gang associate. And we were able to completely refute the idea that there was some LAPD cop.
So if you guys know this, why hasn't anyone been arrested in the case yet?
Well, unfortunately, by the time that we got this information from the actual co-conspirators, so many years have gone by. I worked this till 2009. So in 2008 and 2009, we were able to get two of the co-conspirators, one in each of the murders, to come forward and confess to their involvement. One was Suge Knight's girlfriend, and the other was a Southside Crip, a guy named Keefy D, who was the uncle.
Don't be naming names on this show. Shit. I think it's coming after us.
Right. Hey, let me talk to you niggas about Keefy D.
I don't know no Keefy D.
Well, I guess that's the difference then, going back to your original question, between what I'm doing and what R.J. Bond does. Because I do name names, but I name names based on actual evidence.
Okay.
Off testimonial evidence, off the evidence that we had collected at the crime scenes from witnesses. Him and the work that he's done in the past is completely speculative based. It's all just theories that essentially falsely accuses innocent people of these crimes, and that's where we're trying to, say that there's some social responsibility involved. If you're promoting these ideas, you better have something to back it up instead of wild theories and speculation.
Because that's pretty much what it's been since both were shot. It's been, because most, streets was,
I think
the Suge had something to do with it.
I think
all the way
that
around.
and this is just a guess or speculation, is that if the police weren't involved, I think the case would have been solved. I think because there may have been some police involvement, that's why there has been no one arrested on this case, because there is some alleged corruption there. So
listen, we route out police corruption all the time. I mean, we arrest.
Not enough, though.
Well,
There's a lot in there.
Maybe not enough, but
Damn.
to respond to your point, and I appreciate it, we do have corruption, and we do have dirty cops. There's no doubt about it. But we are also pretty good at finding out who they are. We arrest our own for murder and for bank robbery and for drug theft. We do actively attempt to, it's like with this David Mack and Rafael Perez, the two guys that were allegedly involved in the murder of Biggie. Well, where'd they go? To prison, built on what work? The work of cops. We're the ones that put them into prison. We're the ones that found the evidence to put them away. So to then go back and say, well, yeah, but you'll then cover up for them on the murder of a celebrity.
Yeah. What now? Why are you guys like R.J. Bond and Poole and yourself writing books about this? I mean, you guys have solved many mysteries or, crimes in the past. Why are you guys so focused on this and so much to the point where you're writing books and doing documentaries? Because a lot of people think that you guys are in this for the profit of it all, but I mean that's why people do write books, do write documentaries. That's one reason why. But what's your reason?
Well, initially I was a little bit disappointed with the police department's lack of fortitude when it came to continuing to investigate Biggie's murder. Mm-hmm. Now, what prompted my involvement in this investigation was that there was a massive lawsuit against the city of Los Angeles by Biggie's mom and Faith Evans, his ex-wife. Mm-hmm. And that lawsuit was potentially going to cost the city hundreds of millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. And so when they realized that, they said, hey, we need to put together an emergency task force, really see if we can get to the bottom of this. At the time, we incorporated all the other federal agencies, the ATF, the DEA, the FBI, in order to join us in this task force so that when we did come to conclusions, it wouldn't have that impression that now the LAPD is just covering up for itself. Mm-hmm. We brought in all these outside agencies to give the investigation credibility. And so what ended up happening is once we figured out what happened in the murder of Biggie Smalls and the city became aware of it, they then gave that information to Valletta Wallace and her attorney, at which time they realized we better just retract our lawsuit because we're wasting our money. Mm-hmm. We're not going to get anywhere. Okay. Because in court, they won't be able to prove something when we had the facts. So they retracted their lawsuit. It was dismissed. And at that point in time, the LAPD said, hey, game's over. We spent enough time, energy, and resources investigating this. It's now 2009. Mm-hmm. Many of the witnesses are dead. The shooter's dead.
Wow.
And they said the prosecution is so unlikely that we'll just let sleeping dogs lie. I wasn't comfortable with that. Mm-hmm. I think the public has a right to know. These guys were massive, icons in the music industry. And there was so much misinformation that when I left, I felt responsible to tell the story about what took place.
So basically you're saying that Biggie is solved. You guys know, or does the public, I'm not getting...
And then the other thing too is like that was Soul Train Award weekend, and it was at the Car Museum over there on Pico and Peterson, right there on Wilshire and Fairfax. Mm-hmm. Cops, I mean,
everybody.
Every time there's like a big major black event, there's cops everywhere. Why weren't the guys who shot Biggie caught? Because there was cops there. There was cops in the area.
There actually wasn't. What had happened, there was
wasn't?
No, there wasn't. Now, what had happened just before this, about nearly an hour before, a guy outside had dropped a gun and accidentally discharged a firearm. That brought the cops.
So every cop in L.A. was at that scene?
No, of course not. I mean, if you think about it, you hear a gunshot, in the streets, a cop comes, he checks it out. If there's nothing there, they go on. Mm-hmm. They don't sit around and do this big, massive investigation for something of that caliber. So the cops had responded, but they left. The problem at the Peterson was really about the crowds. It had gotten completely overrun, overcrowded.
Fire department shut it down.
That's why they
So the fire department came and shut it down. And when the fire department was asking for the police to respond to help break up the crowds, it was at that time when Biggie and his entourage were leaving, and a lone SS Impala pulled up alongside of it, quickly shot into the passenger door, made a right turn onto Wilshire, and disappeared into the night. I mean, it all took place in a matter of seconds.
That's similar to Pac, too.
Very similar. Very. There's a lot of similarities in the two shootings. But to think that, hey, a cop should have been there to witness it, or at least to give chase, and the timing just didn't work out that way.
Okay, it's only fair for me to ask, and I'm totally objective to this, so I'm not taking sides or anything. Sure. But at doing my research on you and the show, you were taken off the case.
I was taken off the case due to another federal investigation that I had been in. Mm-hmm. I had written a search warrant. This was a racketeering investigation on it was kind of an organized crime investigation. And I made some errors in that search warrant. I'd misquoted something that was on a tape. I said, "What did you do to this guy?" instead of there was some very minor clerical errors. That caused that search warrant to be dismissed. During that period of time, the LAPD said, we don't need this kind of skepticism, criticism of the Biggie Smalls case. So we're going to set you aside until we do this investigation, which they did, and they came back and said the same thing. They were clerical errors, and that was the
So are you still on the force?
That's going to ask.
No, I retired a year after that. I retired in 2010.
On your own, or you just like, I'm tired of this, or?
It was a combination of two things. I was tired. I'd been in law enforcement for 25 years. I ran hard in the city of Los Angeles, and I was kind of burned out. I was also, like I said, a little bit disappointed in the department's attitude of kind of indifference about these individuals and their families and the people that we aren't telling the truth to.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, like you said, you were taking off the case. Now, when you're taking off a case, because I think a lot of the public see CSI and cop shows and be like, well, they solve it in an hour. Why can't they solve it in 20 years? So does that start the investigation back to square one? If like Poole was on it before you, then you're taking off, so another investigator comes on?
So do they have to start from
Do they have to
scratch?
like almost start from scratch each time, or?
Kind of. What happens, you've just continually building up these case files, and they're enormous. I mean, hundreds of thousands of pages of material and hundreds of interviews that you have to review. So if a new guy comes in and picks up the case, it's going to take him in this situation at least a year to really wrap his head around what's going on. Okay. It was that complicated. And so it takes a long time to get up and get going and get a feel for what you're doing. And so in that sense, yeah, it's like starting from scratch.
Okay, and another question I have. Are there in the police department or even in the district attorney's office like priority murders? Like O.J. Simpson case, we just use that. They were on that like pit bulls. But Tupac, 2 years later, I know it wasn't in L.A., but still a high-profile murder never gets solved. So is there like, we got to get this, situation?
I think I would assume it is, but go ahead.
There are, they do prioritize murders or give different levels of resources to solve murders. Where I worked was robbery homicide division. That's the division where we take most of the high-profile cases, more of the complicated cases that we know are going to take a lot of resources. Your divisional detectives that are dealing with the guy that gets shot on the street corner, the dope dealer, the gang member, those don't usually get the kind of resources that a Biggie Smalls investigation is going to get, or an O.J. Simpson.
You get one little cop going, I looked, I ain't seen nobody. All right, then, come on there. See nothing happen. Let me ask you this. As far as, because we have people call in all the time, and, we are black.
You think?
Is there, and I don't know if you can say it or not, but is there, do you look for a certain type of person? Like, we used to call the police one time because they see you one time make the U-turn. And you see that U-turn, you're like, God damn.
Yeah.
Ain't got your seatbelt on and everything. Could you actually say y'all have a profile that you look for? Is it a baseball hats, or 4 dudes? And we used to think 4 dudes in the car, you're going to get pulled over.
Every cop's different, so I can't speak for everybody.
Okay.
For me personally, everything for me is more instinctual.
Okay.
You get a vibe.
Oh, okay.
If somebody's acting suspicious. It's like you said, if they're looking over their shoulder more than one time, then maybe you turn around.
I look forward. I just go, I act like y'all ain't even there.
But you know what? We get, the thing is, we get nervous whether we're innocent or not.
That's just who we are.
It's just nerve-wracking to have a cop behind you, period, because...
And we know y'all just probably going to lunch, but at that time we don't know that. We
could be innocent and be acting nervous because you're behind us.
Right.
I mean, and
okay,
no way to answer that one. You got pulled over because you're fidgety, bitch. Get your fidgety ass out the car.
Sit down and calm down.
We saw you hit the joint, bitch. No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
Cops have a tendency to make everybody nervous.
Yeah.
If my kid's going down the street and he's got weed in his car, he's going to be nervous.
Yeah.
And he's a white kid with long blonde hair. So people naturally get nervous around cops. But because of the problems that we've had in the city and, maybe growing up and having a different perspective, I can certainly
You born and raised here
that.
in LA?
No, I wasn't. I was actually up in Northern California is where I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What part?
Lake Tahoe.
That is... That's not even
I thought you
California.
at least say Sacramento. He said, "What y'all?" Me and my mom and my dad.
Yeah, that's past everything.
So-
You had a good life.
That's at the top of the sea in California. Damn.
So,
Can I do this one? I know
ahead.
you got one.
Go ahead.
All right, so you did robbery. What was the weirdest thing somebody tried to do in like steal, or what was the weirdest case you did in robbery?
From
Like the stupidest motherfucker. That
people,
tried to-
somebody from the streets or a
yeah,
cop?
well,
Anybody.
no, from the street.
Anybody.
From the street.
I don't know. I mean, what comes to mind is something I probably even shouldn't say on the air. It's just a kind of bizarre thing.
well, you said the
You
whole
are the-
Biggie thing.
Yeah, we-
that was
he
a
wrote a book
question
about
I want to
that, though.
piggyback off of Speedy. Are you like? Is there certain things that you're not supposed to tell because it's still is it an open case or have they closed it?
Well, I'm sure from the perspective of the police department, they don't appreciate me out here telling the story about what's inside the investigation.
Oh, damn.
Pulled over as soon as we leave. Okay, Speedy, step out the car. How do you know my name? Don't worry about it. Get out.
You riding with Pam.
You know what? Because
You look
somebody
fidgety.
did warn us about like having you guys on the show like this.
Fuck
I
that,
mean,
man.
should we
It's
be
not like that.
concerned?
We got a gate.
Absolutely not. Listen,
We have a gate.
Got a lot of crackheads outside that's going to pre-warn us.
No, but
They're here.
by law or legally, are you allowed
Yeah, as
to
retired.
tell? Are there some things that you haven't revealed because you're not allowed to?
no, I'm comfortable talking about every single thing that I know about the case, and there's no recourse for the department. You know, I have rights to come out and speak my mind and tell what happened. I'm sure, like I said, they may not appreciate it. But the story's bigger than the LAPD. It's certainly bigger than me. It's bigger than Keefe D and Suge Knight and all these other
We
people
not
that
repeat
were
his name no
involved.
more. These cousins
You know-
on the show.
Hey, nigga, you seen KVD?
They ain't got no Wi-Fi. Niggas at Starbucks. What did nigga say?
He said something about KVD.
Can I get some more whipped cream on my latte? Then I'm gonna go smoke somebody.
Oh, damn. So is the case still open?
It's still considered an open case, as you guys have probably heard, that murder cases don't have a statute of limitations. But I can tell you this, and this speaks for both the LAPD and Las Vegas PD, they're considered solved.
Oh,
Okay.
That was going to ask.
They
How is
know-
it still open then if it's considered solved?
Well,
because they haven't.
because somebody's in jail.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
everybody involved that could be the person who did it. The main suspect is dead. Is that why? Or?
Both the shooters in Biggie and Tupac's murders are dead.
Oh,
Orlando
wow.
Anderson and a guy named Wardell Faust.
Well, I
Both
guess
those
there
guys
it
are
is.
dead.
It'll never.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to put him in jail now.
Hey, get up out that grave, nigga. Turn over.
Put the casket in cell number 12.
Damn.
Now, I have friends that are police officers as well. Now, when you got off work, were you off work, or you still kind of had if you see something?
It took about a year to decompress, about a year before I kind of realized that I needed to have an identity outside of the police department, because you spend that much time and you turn into, a cop. And
That after retiring, a year after you
about
retired.
a year,
Oh.
about a year to kind of decompress and
Wow.
figure out how to move
see
on.
somebody running, you go, I'm gonna let him go.
You take 3 steps. Oh, that's
Yeah. I
too
would've
short.
chased
He
you.
He
ain't
was
right.
telling us
Yeah.
a story about when he came about the.
Yeah, what happened?
When
Somebody-
you came in, you were saying that somebody.
Well, even though I'm not a cop, evidently people still perceive that I am, because I'm
You
pulling
have a
into
cop
the,
look.
Yeah.
Cop-ish.
Yeah.
Great.
So what happened?
I'm pulling into the alley to come into the back parking lot, and this guy's walking his pit bull down the alley, and he's like, looks at me, and he looked more than one time. Fuck you! Get out of here! And I'm like, whoa!
Hey, I'm not a cop anymore. guys.
Oh, that's our security.
That's our whistleblower for us.
They're pretty
Really?
good, because I almost left. Yeah, I was
Were
like,
you-
okay, I'm leaving.
and you weren't even in a squad car.
What was you driving?
a little Subaru.
Little crumb.
Hilarious. Yeah, I got it from.
Okay, so Greg, you're also planning to release a documentary this year.
Yeah, on November 9th on Reels, a documentary is going to come out that was based on the book. It's much more detailed than the book, because we can show images, we can show documents, we can
Yeah, no
actually
pictures.
Speedy ain't got to read it then.
Oh, there we go. Got a picture.
And we've got actually some of
The
the
time.
we in the documentary we have the confessions of those individuals that were the co-conspirators. So
Wow.
you've got Keefe D on tape talking
go
about
again with
It's
his-
on tape. It's November 9th. He gonna be on TV. He gonna be everywhere.
Keefe D family go.
Like he gonna blame us. Well, let's go to Reels Network too then.
I know where that studio at, dog. I know that nigga that own that pit bull. I know that nigga. Hey, Charlie Willie.
So that's gonna be on.
Keefe D cousin, nigga. What?
That's gonna be on Reels Network.
Yeah, on Reels,
Oh, okay.
November
That's huge.
14th, and yeah, and it's
check that out.
It's an hour documentary or 2
it's
hours?
2 hours.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's 2 hours, and it's full of all kinds. I mean, you can't watch the documentary or really actually read the book and then not feel like you know what happened, because
Oh, good.
we put all the evidence in there, and it's the only explanation that is supported in any way, shape, or form by evidence, unlike some of the other theories.
And Keefe D's name is in the book too.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to ride on Barnes and Noble too. Like,
I'm finna scratch his name out in my book.
I'm gonna go to this library. I'm gonna kill it.
So, Greg, getting down to the last questions, what did you find was the most compelling fact in the whole case that kind of blew you away? What was the major thing that stood out to you?
Well, one of the most important things that we had to really do a lot of due diligence on was the connection between Keefe D and Puffy Combs.
You just threw that out there. What?
Well, there was, this beef that was going on between Puffy and Suge had taken
Yeah.
on a very serious nature after Suge's bodyguard got killed in Atlanta by Puffy's bodyguard.
Oh yeah.
So once blood was on the ground, it was a real thing, and Suge was actively hunting Puffy down in L.A., and he was accosting people and beating people, trying to figure out where Puffy's people lived out in L.A., his family. And so obviously when Puffy's aware of that, he knows he's got a target on his back. He comes to Los Angeles. He's going to be, walking down, looking over his shoulder all the time. So he then does essentially what Suge does, and he gets his own little entourage of Crips. Suge's got his Bloods, and that's his kind of homeboy security. And it was the incorporation of these Crips with these labels that really caused all, most of the bloodshed. It was a Crip that killed Tupac. It was a Blood that killed Biggie.
Wow.
And it was these these gang associations with these record labels and their the label heads, Suge and Puffy, that brought this all about. And so when
by the way, Puffy totally denies any involvement. Of
course.
Just throw that in
Like
there.
he's going to say that. But, okay, so I know this is totally random. So you watch Empire, right? In Puffy, they're saying that it's sort of based on the music industry today. Do you watch Empire, first of all?
I've watched a few episodes,
Do you see any similarities? I know it's so random because it's such a, but
No, that
I mean the Puffy.
You see any Keefe D's alone?
Yeah,
Leave this nigga alone.
Got killed in the first episode.
Hey, Keefe D here.
He's
you've mentioned it more than I
deceased.
have.
He's deceased, right?
Please say.
Oh, he's in jail right now.
Oh.
You got
But he's
That'll be
getting out
these
in
people
about-
are.
I'll put some on his books.
Oh my
buy him a
goodness.
box of Newports.
Okay, so
He's actually a pretty interesting character.
Yeah.
wow. Did you interview him as well?
Interviewed him several times. Yeah, I interviewed him both while I was on the job, and I interviewed him after I wrote the book and explained to him that I was putting his name out there.
Interrogated more
And
than
us.
interviewed, though.
What did he say about that?
That's fucked up.
You spell my name right, though, please.
It's KEEFY-D.
So,
I'll spray paint for you.
Okay.
So is this pretty much your life right now? Is getting this out and getting the word out about?
No, the book was written 4 years ago. I helped on the documentary, but I do other things.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So what do you do?
essentially
What do you do
Security
now
guard.
since you retired?
A security guard, Taco
I know
Bell.
you said you decompress. It took a year to decompress. So what interests you now besides?
I'm helping with some other writing projects.
Oh, okay. So
Working on a series for Death Row Records.
Wow.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you working with what's his name?
She'll start.
Savage?
No, not with Lade. Now Lade, of course, he just did the NWA State Out of Compton thing.
Right.
And I met with him and we discussed my book because they were actually considering distributing it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know what he's doing right now, but there's another production company that's trying to put together a multi-part documentary on Death Row.
Yeah, I heard that they're actually doing a movie on
Which makes
the
sense.
story of Death
Yeah, it
Row.
would
Yeah.
make sense. It's the obvious.
Yeah.
And Lee is supposed to come on our show shortly.
I think
to
that's
talk
an
about
easier
that.
one to do than trying to do Tupac, because that's the problem they're having now is trying to find someone who embraced the essence of Tupac. And if you had met him and been around him to know, and you can't just put anybody on camera and say, "Oh, that's Tupac," because he has to have the sound. He's got to have that swag. He's got to have all that. And
Yeah, because I hate the character they have for Steve Jobs. He looks nothing like him. But anyway, carry on.
that was a hell of a leap right there.
Well, no, I see the importance of having a similar
Instead of
character.
well, let me
Lifetime
ask you
version?
this: you saw the movie?
No, but I'm going to.
too.
But
But I think with Pac, because of his tone and his voice, like I know they had a couple guys right now that's reading for the characters.
it doesn't seem like it would be hard to find somebody to do Pac.
No, there's a lot of dudes look like him, but
Yeah.
that tone in his voice is, and then
I
met
thought
him.
the guy that was in the movie Straight Outta Compton looked a lot like Pac.
But did he sing?
But
anything?
and
Did you see
that
the
wasn't
movie
Even, that wasn't even his
Greg?
voice.
Straight
I
Outta
did.
Compton?
I sure did.
Oh,
What'd you
okay.
think?
I thought it was really good. I was really entertained by it. I don't know how accurate it was as far as the characters themselves, but it was really entertaining.
Yeah, even people that were there around that time, they're not mad at, the story.
I thought they
So,
did great.
Yeah.
I love the movie. I saw it five times. Each time I act like I ain't never seen it before.
Me
I
too.
got
I
up
seen
and
it 3.
danced. And
Cried at the end every time.
I cried.
I had to act like had to, like,
I know, I was
I was like, "Is the
boo-hooing
sprinklers?" Yeah, she cried on me. I'm like, "What the fuck, P?"
because I was there. I knew.
Yeah,
it
I
was
know, P.
Yeah.
She knew.
It was
She
like
brought a
losing
40 ounce in
friend.
every time. Pulled out a little.
Ma'am, you can't pour that out in here.
So
Okay, is there
advice-
anything
I would do
else?
this. Advice for our listeners who brothers driving around. What advice do you give if the police get behind you?
If you're driving
don't
while
be
black.
fidgety, right?
Don't
Yeah,
be
you know,
fidgety.
just
as
yourself.
best you can.
give the guy respect, even
Okay.
if you don't respect him.
Okay.
Give him respect. Just, it's in your best interest.
Yeah. I'm just
Answer
trying
the
to get on.
questions,
That's
go along
true.
with the program, because the more confrontational you get, the more you question their authority, you just create problems for yourself.
Yeah.
Because first thing we go is, why you pull us over? And you go, well, you made a right when you was trying to make a left.
Well, we actually have a show here at the studio called the Ride Along Radio Show. I don't know if you're familiar, but they actually said on their last show last week that if a cop asks you to search your vehicle, you don't have to let them search.
Yeah,
Is
you don't.
that true?
That's your right.
Yeah, that's correct. You don't have
Yeah.
So why do they do it anyway?
because some people don't realize that they have the right to.
So if someone says no, then what does the cop do?
It depends on what other probable cause he has. If there's something lying in plain sight, then based on that, he can search your car. There's other types of avenues that they can use to search your car. But if it's just simply, hey, I'd like to search your car, and they have nothing more than just an interest in searching, then they can't without a warrant.
So like smoke coming out of the window.
Let me make sure it's right. On Poet's side, not on my side. I don't know what she do on that side of the car.
You can search this half.
You can search this half. The driver's side is clean. Trust me. Shit over here.
So we have Greg brought some books.
Yes.
And how we'd like to give those out is
This
that
one's
we'd
mine.
like our
Get
fans
mine
to
signed.
tweet that they listen to the show and hashtag rollout show. And do you have a particular hashtag for the book?
I think it's just hashtag murder rap.
So hashtag murder rap,
Murder rap.
hashtag rollout, and we will choose a winner, a couple winners to give some of these
least
books
3, 'cause
to.
he-
Yeah,
ain't
Greg,
reading
this
his.
picture of you in the back, yeah, I'd have been a little
So
scared.
tweet our Twitter is rollout.
He seems cool as hell now, but I didn't see Greg like, okay, I need you to step out the car.
Yeah.
No, you look like
All black guys know as soon as you get out the car, it's a wrap. You don't get back in. They're like, well, can you get in the back of my car just for my safety?
That's why dude with the pit bull had a flashback from this picture.
Fuck you, get out of here.
Wow, that's crazy that happened.
He's probably nailing right now.
Them niggas is snitching because I know dude. Call Kate.
What's the nigga name? KVD?
DVD.
Call KBD and them. Shut that nigga down.
So tweet rollout show at Twitter, hashtag rollout show and hashtag murder rap, and we'll pick from those hashtags the
I
winner.
still say the
of
funniest shit in the
show.
world. I said, where you from? He said, up north. Where you from? He said,
Lake Tahoe.
Don't worry.
I expected.
We was all claiming, yeah.
You're like,
From the
oh.
Bay,
I
Lake
was about to
Tahoe.
say, he from not Lake Tahoe.
I'm sorry. I should have said Oakland.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you would like to add or leave us with this afternoon?
No, really, I just, my whole.
What was your beef with R.J. Bond? First of all, what made you want to come on the show? What did he say that you wanted to counter? So let's do that.
Okay, the motivation for me to kind of set the record straight is because I'm helping to represent those people that are being falsely accused. You know, there's several people that he's putting out there as murderers that are demonstrably innocent. And these people have husbands and wives and families and kids, and their reputations are being smeared based on absolutely no evidence. His whole entire theory is based on this individual. He's a
Don't show his picture out here.
Well, this is a schizophrenic child molester.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
And this is the letter he wrote that everything that R.J. Bond based his theory on.
Is that the letter that says half dead was
That little half dead was.
Okay.
And listen,
Yeah,
R.J.
you look
Bond's
like a
theories
pedophile.
have always been more
Look like he got a white van somewhere.
So the actual author of this letter was a 14-year-old girl that he was molesting.
Oh my God.
And we've interviewed her, we've interviewed his whole family, and this whole thing is so incredibly ridiculous. I mean, it's nothing more than...
Oh, he was trying to get from up under whatever charges he had, and that's what he talked about, how to sue.
No. This guy, this was written back in 1998. This guy went to prison in 2001.
Wow.
And so this letter sat in a reporter's desk for, 17 years, a guy named Chris Blatchford from Fox News. Had this letter that he had given him. This guy had given him the letter, and it sat in a desk for years until 2013 when the reporter gives it to Russell Poole and goes, here, this thing's been sitting around my desk for 13, 14 years. Check it out. But what Chris Blatchford didn't do, he never told Russ Poole who was behind the letter. He just said, I had an informant. Because he knew if we ever figured out who was actually behind it, the whole thing would go up in smoke. Once you find out that it's a schizophrenic child molester that's behind this whole thing, the theory kind of falls apart.
Yeah, fuck him.
So these people that that you're saying that R.G. Bond is smearing, can't they sue for slander or libel?
That's part of my involvement here. Is they're considering legal action for defamation and for slander, and there's a whole group of them: two brothers, Malcolm and Danny Patton, Sharitha Knight, Reggie Wright Jr., and of course Little Half Dead. Everybody's really pissed off that he's not being held accountable for putting this stuff out there with nothing more than the imagination of a crazy man.
And you have to remember too, Pete, when someone says lawsuit, lawyers got to get paid. It's some of them that'll do it pro bono, but most of them go, no, I need to get whatever you're going to give me. I don't know what's going to happen on the end of this. So it's hard to go, well, I'm going to go get a lawyer and I'm going to sue. And so you got to kind of play it out like, I don't know. Anybody want to help me out?
That's the biggest point right there, is that these people know that it takes money. It's throwing good money after bad, because R.J. Bond and the other author, they don't have, they're bankrupt. They don't have any money.
Okay.
You asked, he told.
No, it's all good. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
No, I really appreciate being on the show. It's been a lot of fun, and one of you escort me to my car.
You will. Like Kenta, he has more of a non-threatening look.
They be like, fuck you, fuck you,
Shaved
little
his
nigga, what you
mustache
are,
off.
shit. Open the gate.
It's a pit bull. That was funny as
But
fuck.
thanks a lot.
No, and we'll go out. Yeah, I like this one.
Thanks for joining us,
appreciate
and
it,
we
man.
look forward to
And we
seeing
give
the
away
documentary. Thank you.
We'll give away a book.
Much appreciate it.
Don't forget to tweet Rollout Show with the hashtag Murder Rap and Rollout Show.